Hello, everybody. I hope everybody is having a good day today. This will be a reading for the sign of Aries. It can resonate for Aries, sun, moon, or rising. So please take what resonate and leave the rest. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'm going to shuffle these cards up, and then we're going to get right into it. I'm going to shuffle one time for the one time. Alright, let's get into this thing. For the sign of Aries, Spirit, please give me the messages. So we got travel and news in the upright. So Aries, you could be speaking to a Sagittarius, or you could be getting news from a Sagittarius, or a Sagittarius could be traveling towards you, or you could be traveling towards a Sagittarius with haste or in haste and speed. So there could be progress with this travel. If you are traveling towards a Sagittarius, Aries, or this Aries traveling towards you, they could be in these travels right now. So they may feel that they need to take action to come towards you, travel towards you to give you some sort of news, or there could be news being given to you through airways. So someone could be on a flight communicating with you. This could be communication about exciting times. So this person could be traveling towards you to have a good time with you. Now, this could have happened during the holiday. So this could have been a holiday romance. The last holiday that we had was the 4th of July. So this person could have traveled towards you, Aries, or you could have traveled towards them for the holidays. And things could have took off. And you guys could have had exciting times during this holiday. And things could have led to one thing to another, or one thing, however you say it. Anyways, for Aries, Spirit, for Aries. So we got the King of Wands. So Aries, your energy is coming out in your own reading. So you could have been feeling very energetic to link up with this Sagittarius. So you could be very experienced in something, or just very experienced when it comes to something that you wanted to do with this Sagittarius. Or after receiving some sort of news, you could have became optimistic and confident about something. So you could be strong, friendly, fun, charismatic, talkative, fearless, free thinking, driven, action oriented, and passionate. So you could be passionate about a Sagittarius, or passionate about whatever this news is that you could be receiving from a Sagittarius. Then we have the Knight of Swords in the upright, Libra energy. So you could have Libra in your chart, Aries. Or there could be a Libra who could be communicating some sort of truth to you. Or you could have received some sort of news, or have gotten news about a Sagittarius, and you could be communicating whatever this news is with this Libra, or this Libra could be communicating with you about some truth in regards to this news that you received from this Sagittarius, or about this Sagittarius. Whoever this Libra is, they could be someone who is intelligent. They could be rational, logical. They could be in a position of power. This could be an authoritative figure that has some sort of truth to tell you or share with you. So they could be wanting to have a conversation with you about discernment, or they could be using their discernment about something. Now, I don't know if you, Aries, this Libra, and this Sagittarius is sitting down and having a conversation, and this Sagittarius could be saying something or trying to give some sort of news, but this Libra could be discerning whatever this Sagittarius is saying. So they could be being calm, listening to what this person has to say, and they could be being honest about how they feel about whatever this Sagittarius is saying. Now, this could be someone who stands for integrity. They could be ethical and have morals, but they could be stern. Now, I don't know who this Libra is to you, but like I said, they could be an authoritative figure who has a powerful position or a position of power. Now, maybe you brought this Libra in, this King of Swords in, to be able to discern whatever news that this Sagittarius brought to you. And then we have the Emperor in the upright. Oh. And then we have the Emperor in the upright, also your energy, Aries. So you could be this Emperor, you could be a father figure, or you could also have a position of power. Now, if you are this Aries with Libra in your chart, and you could be this King of Wands, this King of Swords, and the Emperor all together, so you could hold all these positions. These people all sit on their throne. They're all kings. Well, these two are kings, and this one is the Emperor. So you definitely could be in upright. You definitely could have a position of power and authority. You believe in structure, and maybe whatever this news is that you receive from a Sagittarius, you could be discerning whatever this news is. So you could be someone who is stable, protective, structured. You could have control, discipline, logic. You could be an older man. Now, you could be a father or a father figure. Or you could have a father who's also an Aries as well. But you could have some sort of leadership role. And then we have foresight in a reverse. So maybe someone didn't want you to have foresight in regards to this Sagittarius that was traveling towards you to give you some sort of news. So maybe you had to discern whether or not if it was wise for you to travel towards this Sagittarius, or allow this Sagittarius to travel towards you. Now, if you were the one traveling towards this Sagittarius, you could have used your discernment in the situation. Your third eye could have been open, and you could have saw what this Sagittarius was coming towards you to do. And the news about this Sagittarius could be your intuition, could be your third eye, allowing you to have discernment, or telling you or nudging you to use discernment when dealing with this person. And you could have decided to travel back home away from this Sagittarius. So you could be moving. You could be traveling at this time because of the news that you receive about this Sagittarius, and about them just wanting to come in and have exciting times with you. They could have wanted to have these exciting times with you to try to take your freedom away. And then we have lack of vision / planning. So you could have traveled towards this person at first because you could have had a lack of vision. and planning. But then once you use your discernment, you could have saw the vision of what this person was trying to do. No contact. Okay. So you chose not to reach out. Okay. You said, fuck that. Any more for the sign of Aries? Then we got investment, the Page of Pentacles in a reverse. So there could have been news coming in from a Sagittarius so that you could have a lack of foresight, so that you could travel back home and move away from a Virgo. So they could have told you some sort of news that this Virgo was receiving bad news or worldly affairs, that they had a lack of purpose, a lack of common sense, and they were irresponsible. So they could have tried to bring you this news about this person. So maybe this was someone you wanted to invest in and they didn't want you to invest in this person. So they could have tried to give you the news and tried to tell you that this person was a bad investment. Anymore. Then we got the Fool in a reverse. So if you were involved with trying to give this Virgo bad news and worldly affairs so that they could have a lack of purpose and be seen as having a lack of common sense and irresponsible, you could have been very reckless or wanting this person to be reckless, fearless, and to take a risk. Whatever this risk is could have been on an investment. So maybe someone wanted someone to take a reckless risk so that they could get bad news and worldly affairs and be seen as having a lack of purpose. And maybe you had the vision and had the discernment of what this person was trying to do. So this could have been a Sagittarius who was trying to have someone take a reckless risk. Now, I don't know if you are someone who normally has vision and discernment, but when dealing with this Virgo or whatever news that you received from this Sagittarius, you could have had a lack of foresight and wasn't using your third eye when you should have been using your discernment when it came to this Virgo. But you could have taken a reckless risk. Now, if you did take this reckless risk, it could have been with a Sagittarius to have a holiday romance. And then we have rest in a reverse. So you could be looking for spiritual strength after being reckless and taking risk. And you could be awakening after this. And this could be what's having you in this emperor position, allowing you to have discernment or see the truth in the situation of what really happened or why this person was really coming towards you. Or there could be a Libra who stands in their truth, who was needing rest in the situation so that they could look for spiritual strength to awaken to what was going on in regards to you and the Sagittarius and what you guys were trying to do in order to make someone be reckless and take a risk so that they could get bad news. But they decided to look for spiritual strength so they could awaken and rejoin the world. Hello. You got to get a personal reading. You can email me. You're welcome. Any more for the sign of Aries? Whoa, buddy. So we got anxiety in the reverse. So whoever this is that y'all wanted to take a foolish risk, a reckless risk, that was looking for spiritual strength, had this awakening, they could have saw the light at the end of the tunnel and they could be improving themselves. Now, if they did take a reckless risk, they could have needed spiritual strength after this. And they had an awakening after this happened and they rejoined the world because they saw the light at the end of the tunnel and now they could be improving. Now, they could have been in some sort of negativity or feeling negative, stressed out. Or this could be a Pisces who wanted someone to take a reckless risk. And then we have teamwork in the reverse. So whoever this Pisces is, they could have been working together with a Capricorn, researching someone or trying to get a Capricorn to research someone's growth and the hard work that they were putting in, whether on themselves or something else that they were doing, that they were committed to. And then we have the Lovers. So maybe they were trying to get this Capricorn to do some research in regards to a lover situation with a Gemini. So maybe they knew that someone was someone's choice in love and they wanted to research this person because they knew that this Gemini was somebody's primary choice, their lover, a soulmate of theirs, a kindred spirit, someone that they were supposed to have a perfect union with, partnership, relationship. And then we have the Ace of Cups in the upright. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. So whoever the Gemini is, this Capricorn could have known that this Gemini had an outpour of emotions for someone that they were a soulmate to. And they could know that this person wanted to have a new beginning, a new relationship, a romance with someone, wanted to get someone pregnant, or someone could be pregnant by this person. And there could be a celebration. So I don't know if you're getting news about this celebration, Aries. You could have Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio in your chart. Or this Gemini could have Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio in their chart. Or dealing with someone with these signs in their chart. So you guys could be at a gathering. So you could have gotten news and traveled for a gathering, which could be some sort of celebration. So you could be celebrating someone's pregnancy that's close to you. Hello. And then we got the World in the reverse. So there could be a lack of success when trying to do something. There could be a lack of success when trying to stagnate someone. This could be someone who is pregnant or someone that's having a new beginning. So there could be a lack of accomplishment. Someone could be disappointed, feeling burdened, and feeling like they failed to accomplish doing something to someone who is pregnant, whether if they were trying to stop a pregnancy or stop a love connection, a soulmate connection from coming together. Now, this could be a Gemini and someone that's out here, or Aries. You could have Gemini in your chart, and you could have an outpour of emotions for someone. Maybe someone tried to rush in and have exciting times with you to try and stop this. And you could have used your discernment that someone was only trying to come in to try to stop you from having an outpour of emotions for someone else. And you could have realized what the plan was, what the plot was, and you could have traveled back home away from the situation. So this Sagittarius could have wanted you to take a reckless risk. And like I said, they could have tried to block your third eye so that you wouldn't have foresight. This could be on a Virgo, so that you would see them as this bad news or like a bad investment. But you could be wanting to have a new beginning with this person. And then we have culmination, also Virgo energy. So something could be in its final stage. And a Virgo could be receiving unexpected financial income, lump sums, wills, deeds, trusts, legacies, solid foundations, privileges. There could be an issue of inheritance because someone lacked to succeed to do something towards this person, stop this person from love, or stop this person from conceiving or having a child. Then we got the Knight of Cups and the upright Scorpio energy. So you could be wanting to give this person a romantic offer, or there could be a Scorpio wanting to give this person a romantic offer, invite them out, or you could be wanting to send them an invitation to celebrate with them, Aries. And you could be coming in being a gentleman, trying to sweep them off their feet, trying to charm them, date them, or this could be a Scorpio who's wanting to do this because they know that something is in a final stage or has reached its final stage when it comes to a Virgo receiving some sort of income. And because there could have been rumors going around that they were this Page of Pentacles in a reverse, which they could have really been in the upright. So maybe someone could have tried to do something or mess with their love life or stop a connection because they wanted them to get bad news and worldly affairs and have a lack of purpose. Maybe you or a lover of theirs, a soulmate of theirs, could be a part of their purpose. And someone could have wanted this person to be seen as having a lack of common sense and irresponsible because they wanted them to receive bad news. But there could be a lack of accomplishment because if this is you wanting to send this romantic offer, you could still be wanting to give them this romantic offer and have a new beginning with them. So whoever the Sagittarius is that tried to come in and have exciting times with you. They could be realizing that there's a lack of accomplishment because they failed to do this. If you did use your discernment with this person and decided to travel back home away from this person, and if you did do that, you could be coming together with a Virgo that could be a part of your purpose, or you could be a part of their purpose. And that could be what's causing this solid foundation. So you could be building things on a solid foundation with this person. An unexpected income could be coming in once you guys come together. And then we have budgeting in the upright. So there could be a Capricorn who could be catching people up in regards to a property, or they could be having issues with the property. They could be getting caught up when it comes to a property. I don't know what they did with this property. They could be getting caught in a property they're not supposed to be in. And this person could have been hoarding something or trying to control something, trying to be possessive over a property or some sort of money so that they wouldn't have to budget. No, it's Aries. And then we have loss in the upright. So like I said, if you have Scorpio in your chart, you could have felt like that you were at a loss or you lost something. So you could have been in grief and despair, feeling abandoned, feeling guilty for doing something, or feeling guilty for making someone feel abandoned or for abandoning someone, Aries. And you could be remorseful for this, regretting it. And you could be heartbroken, or you could feel like you broke someone else's heart by abandoning them. And you could have been preoccupied with this loss. Let's see. I feel like somebody's trying to confuse me in this Aries reading. For the sign of Aries, Spirit, please give me the messages for the sign of Aries. Please clarify this reading. Please clarify this reading. So we got trusted friends. So someone could have been a trusted friend. You could have lost a trusted friend, and you could be mourning this friend if you lost a Scorpio friend. There's no mask here, just the rare kind of connection where someone can be 100% real, or you could realize that someone was a trusted friend and this could have been someone that you abandoned. Okay. And we have numbing out. So because you felt at a loss for abandoning this person, you could be numbing out, or you could have been numbing out. They say they've got it under control, but the pattern is starting to show. When life gets heavy, their escape route is always chemical. So you could be drinking a lot, trying to numb out the loss of a trusted friend, someone that you should have trusted, that you should have had discernment with, because you were getting news or people were spreading rumors about someone being the Page of Pentacles in a reverse, irresponsible, and having a lack of common sense. Maybe they wanted you to feel like they weren't your friend, or they wanted this person to feel like you weren't their friend, and you could have been a trusted friend, or they could have been a trusted friend, and you could have abandoned this person, and now you could be numbing out. Any more for Aries? For Aries? Any more for Aries? Then we got the audacity. So boundaries were crossed. And the worst part, they acted like it was their right. So Aries, you could have done something, or someone else could have done something, and they could have acted like they were right about the situation by trying to cross somebody's boundaries, whether yours or this person's, this other person that could have been a soulmate to you. Maybe they did something, tried to cross boundaries just so that you could lose someone. Then we have lies detected. Lies could be being detected about this. A version of the truth was offered, but it's curated, calculated, or conveniently incomplete. So maybe whoever this Sagittarius is, they could have came towards you trying to tell you something, but whatever they were telling you, or whatever news that they claimed to have had to give you, they were lying. So they could have lied to you about something, or someone, they could have lied to you about this Virgo. So like I said, this Virgo, they could be getting good news. They could be coming into a abundant period in their time when this Sagittarius could have wanted you to view this person as this Page of Pentacles, and a reverse as getting bad news and worldly affairs, being irresponsible, when really they're in the final stage. They're about to receive some unexpected income, because a Sagittarius could have been lying on them. And maybe at one point you weren't using your discernment, and you could have believed this person, and that's why you could have abandoned them. And then we have status symbol. So you could have been someone who was chasing symbols instead of substance, and wondering why you still feel empty. So you could have been chasing symbols, things that look good, people that look good. So if you did take action and traveled with this Sagittarius, or allowed this Sagittarius to travel towards you, to have exciting times with them over the holiday, and you felt for this, it could have been because this person dresses nice. They could be materialistic, or they could look good. But after dealing with this person, you could have still felt empty, still felt at a loss, still felt the loss of the person that they lied on. And you could have traveled back home after this exciting time with the Sagittarius, feeling like you had a lack of vision, a lack of planning. Then we have sober life. So lies could be being detected when it comes to this person who's a status symbol, versus this person who lives a sober life. So with no distractions or substances to blur the view, what's real is finally visible from here. Better choices are possible. So if you were under the influence while you were with this person or done something with this person, now that you could be sober, in a sober state, you could be realizing that you should have made a better choice in a situation. Any more for the sign of Aries? For Aries, Spirit, for Aries, for Aries. Any more messages for the sign of Aries, Spirit? Any more for the sign of Aries? Somebody's stubborn. So we got making peace. So you could be wanting to make peace with someone. After all the drama and side eyes, someone's ready to drop the aggression. The energy is shifting from war zone to neutral. So you could be wanting to make peace with someone after you've gotten the truth of the situation or about someone. I don't know if you were aggressive towards this person because of whatever lies you were told. And then we have boiling points. Pressure has been building for too long. This situation's one spark away from full-blown combustion. So you could be very upset at believing a lie that was told to you. Then we have fallen in love. Because really you want to make peace with someone because you fell in love with them. Whether they saw it coming or not, the heart's getting involved and it's getting deep fast. This is more than a fling. So yeah, you could have an outpouring of emotions for someone that you want to make peace with, but you could be at your boiling points because you could have chose to believe a lie about this person and abandon this person. So maybe you don't know if you really lost this person for good. So you could be mourning if you feel like you lost this person for good, knowing that you're in love with this person and want to make peace with this person anymore. Any more for the sign of Aries, Spirit? May I please have the messages for the sign of Aries? Aries. Any more? Aries, Spirit, Aries. I don't know why the cards are getting so stubborn. So we got toxic ties. This isn't a victim villain story. It's a messy entanglement where both sides are contributing to the destruction. So you could have a toxic tie with someone while in love with someone else. Or you could have a toxic tie with someone that you fell in love with. You know how I go for your situation. Or you could have gotten yourself involved in a messy entanglement because you believe someone lies and decided to have exciting times with them when really you're in love with someone else. And then we have back together. The honeymoon round 2 has begun, but the real tea guarantees in how long it will last. So you could be back together with someone after making peace with someone, after things have reached a boiling point, because you could realize that you fell in love with this person. Now, if it is a toxic tie that you have with this person, maybe the situation won't last long. And then we have fake profile. So you could be making fake profiles to spy on this person. It's not just a filter, it's a full-on facade. The person being presented doesn't match the reality behind the scenes. So maybe you could have gotten catfished by someone. So they could have made a fake profile just to link up with you. Damn, that's crazy. So once you linked up with this person, or you can realize that they weren't who they were in the profile. So they could have had a profile of someone else or a picture of someone else and showed up as someone totally different. Wow. So you could have got catfished, Aries. Damn. Shaking my head. And we got secret affair. So you could have had a secret affair with this catfish. They thought they could hide it, but whispers are growing louder. Affairs rarely stay hidden forever. So you could have had a secret affair with a catfish. Then we have envy vibes. Whoever this catfish is that you had a secret affair with, they could have been envious of someone that you're in love with. Envy wears many faces. Sometimes it shows up as fake support, fake concern, or unsolicited advice. So like I said, this catfish could have traveled towards you to give you news about someone else, to get you to move away from this person so that they can have a chance with you. So they could have gave you advice that could have messed up your chances with someone else because they lied and gave you bad advice on what to do. And we have live and learn. And now you could be learning from this situation. Mistakes were made, but what matters is what's being done differently now. So you could be wanting to do things differently now. You could be, like I said, wanting to make peace in a situation, get back together with someone, but you could be realizing that it's a loss. Oh, I'm shuffling the wrong cards. Hey, yo. Any more for the sign of Aries? For the sign of Aries. Any additional messages for the sign of Aries, Spirit? Whoa, that one flew out. We have their family is watching you. So someone's family could be watching you, Aries, or your family could be watching someone. They could be watching someone through fake profiles. Your family could be of Masons, or someone's family could be of Masons that's watching you. Or if your family is of Masons, they could be watching someone. And we have older male. So someone who's an older male, a part of someone's family that's a Mason, could be watching someone. We already had the Emperor out here. That's an older man. This could be this older man and this authoritative figure. They could be a Mason, a part of your family. Like I said, Aries, this could be your father that could be watching someone, and they could be getting other Masons to watch this person. Or this could be someone else's father that's watching you. Take out how it resonate. Then we have hazel eyes. So someone could have hazel eyes in a situation. Any more for the sign of Aries? Aries. And we got bad environment. So this person could be in a bad environment, or you could be in a bad environment, and that's why you could be traveling back home. Maybe you felt like moving to a certain environment would be good, but you could be realizing that you had a lack of vision and planning, and you could be moving from this bad environment. Any more for the sign of Aries spirit? Aries. For Aries. Whoa. Turn it. All right, so we got corruption at an all-time high. So there could be some sort of corruption that's going on that's causing a bad environment for someone that these Masons are watching. Whether you or if your family of Masons are watching someone and trying to put them in a bad environment because they could be being corrupt in some sort of way. Maybe the corruption was to break up a lover situation, a soulmate connection. And we have gaining weight. So someone could be gaining weight that has hazel eyes. And we have very ungrateful. There could be someone who is very ungrateful. And we have a news reporter. So something could be going on that will be on the news. And then we have the name Blaine could be significant. Then we have pray. So Aries, you may need to pray. Pray about the situation. Then we got gossiping about your relationship. So someone could have been gossiping about your relationship or who you were in a relationship with or wanting to be in a relationship with. And we have sending stalkers to see what you buy. So they could have been sending stalkers to see what you were buying, Aries, or this person. Then we have indirect gossip. So they could have been indirectly gossiping about you or this person. And we have questioning your beliefs. You could have been questioning someone's belief because of the gossip that was going around. Or someone could have been questioning your beliefs. Q could be significant. And we have low on energy. So you could be low on energy, Aries. Then we have power couple. So you were supposed to be a power couple with someone. And we have colored eyes. So you could be dealing with someone who has colored eyes. Like I said, we had hazel eyes out here. So you could be dealing with someone who has hazel eyes. Then we have false twin flame. Whoever this is that you were with, maybe you thought that you guys were a power couple, whoever this is with colored eyes, hazel eyes, but they could be your false twin flame. Then we have delivery. So you could be getting a delivery. Then we have a Scorpio male. So a Scorpio male could be involved with this, or a Scorpio male could be delivering something to you or delivering something from you to someone else. And we got Aries male. So you could be a man, an Aries male that I'm talking to. And you could be trying to get a Scorpio male to deliver something. Any more for the Aries? Then we got breakup spells. So there could have been breakup spells being done. And we have feels blessed to have you. So someone could feel blessed to have you, Aries. Or you could have be blessed or feels blessed to have someone. We have always late to work. So Aries, you could always be late to work, or whoever this is that feels blessed to have you, or you feel blessed to have them, they could always be late to work. The name Jonathan could be significant. And we have losing interest. So someone could be losing interest in you, Aries, or you could be losing interest in them. Then we have 18. Someone could be 18, or something could have happened on the 18th, or is going to happen on the 18th. Then we have afraid to speak. So you could be afraid to speak to someone, as you could feel like they're losing interest. And we have football player. You could be a football player. And then we have wants you to have no finances because you won't conform. So someone could not want you to have finances because you won't conform, or this could be you wanting someone to not have any finances because they won't conform. So if this is you wanting someone to have no finances, you could have put them in this Page of Pentacles energy because you ain't want them to have no finances. Maybe you wanted them to conform to a secret affair. And because they didn't want to conform to this secret affair, you could have wanted them to have no finances. Then we have blocking your platforms on purpose. So you could have been blocking this person's platforms, or your platforms could have been being blocked. But I'm getting you could have been blocking someone's platforms on purpose because you didn't want them to have any finances because they didn't want to conform to having a secret affair, or allowing you to have a secret affair. You could drive a white van, or a white van could be significant. Any more for the sign of Aries, Spirit? And we have bulging eyes. So you could have bulging eyes, or someone else that you're dealing with can have bulging eyes. Someone that drives a white van, they can have bulging eyes. And we got rose petals. So you could be wanting to do something with rose petals and a bubble bath. So maybe you want to run someone a bubble bath and put rose petals in it. Then we have a Libra male could be significant. And we have messed up the connection. So a Libra male could have messed up the connection with you and someone. Or if you're an Aries female dealing with a Libra male, they could have messed up the connection with you. And we have sending in false lovers trying to infect you. So whoever this Libra male is, they could have been trying to send in false lovers towards you to infect you because they wanted to mess up your connection with someone. And then we have 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. So something significant could have happened between the time of 1 a.m. and 5 a.m. And we have attacking out of jealousy. So someone could have been attacking you or your lover out of jealousy, attacking a connection out of jealousy. And we have Chili's. You could have recently went to Chili's. And we have wanting you to be approached by lustful individuals only. So someone could have been trying to send in lovers your way to attack you. Well, not attack you, infect you, as well as they just wanted you to be approached by lustful energies only. Or this could be what you wanted for someone else, Aries. Then we have wants to take you out on a date. So someone could want to take you out on a date, or you could be wanting to take someone out on a date. You could be wanting to take them out on a date to Chili's. And after this date, you could be wanting to run them a bubble bath with some rose petals. And we have karmic relationship, but you could feel like you have a karmic relationship with this person, or you could be stuck in a karmic relationship with someone, but still wanting to explore your options. So you could be in a karmic relationship with someone, but still wanting to explore your options, still wanting to have a secret affair with someone else. Then we have wakes up with drama on their mind. So you could wake up with drama on your mind, or someone that you're in a karmic relationship with, they could wake up with drama on their mind because they know that you're still exploring your options and you want to take someone out on a date. And you could be slender, Aries, or you could be dealing with someone who is slender. And we have stalking to see your love offers to make them want them instead. So that's exactly what I got when it came to this Sagittarius energy. They could have lied on somebody, tried to give you news about someone, tried to give you some unsolicited advice about someone, or what to do when it comes to a situation about someone, because they could have wanted to make you a love offer instead. Any more messages for the sign of Aries? So we got spiritually woke. So someone could be spiritually woke. You could be spiritually woke, self-aware, cutting through illusions, detaching from your ego. Or after dealing with a situation like this could have spiritually awoken you or someone else in a situation. Or maybe after you losing someone, after trying to have a secret affair, listening to lies and gossip about this person and losing this person, having to grieve this person, this could have spiritually awakened you. And now you could be more self-aware instead of listening to everyone else around you, even if they are family. And you could be detaching from your ego. Oh, hello. Nice to meet you. You could get a personal reading, and I'll be happy to tell you. You could reach out to me by email, and we could discuss things from there. And we have spilling the beans. So there could be secrets that are out about this situation, about what really happened, and someone could be spilling the beans, or someone could have thought that they were spilling the beans to you, Aries. The truth could be out about you being untrustworthy, you having a secret affair. So the cat could be out the bag about this situation, about this secret affair, about you listening to lies and abandoning someone because of lies. Any more? Any more for the sign of Aries? Aries spirit. For Aries, may I please have... So we got dirty money. So someone could have been making dirty money. They could have been laundering money, stealing, doing something illegal. So like I said, with this Capricorn energy, there could be a Capricorn that's getting caught, or they could be catching people, but they could have been getting caught laundering money, trying to steal money from someone or people, doing something illegal. And then we have memories. So you could have memories with someone. You could be looking at some sort of photos, missing someone, wanting to revisit the past with this person, wanting to make peace with them. Any more for Aries? So we got cuffing season. So you could be wanting to reach out to someone during cuffing season because you could see that they're single and ready to mingle, or you could be single and ready to mingle or plan to be by cuffing season, and you could feel like you're ready for a relationship, or by then you'll be ready for a relationship. And then we have red flagged. So there could have been warning signs in regards to a situation that you needed to take heed, have discernment with, because it could have been a risky situation. And you could have taken a risk, taken this risk, been reckless by taking this risk, because you could have ignored the red flags and the warning signs that you were getting. Any more for the sign of Aries? Aries. Then we have lift off. Fast action, progression forward. The wait is over. So the wait could be over in regards to something taken off, or in regards to a risky situation that could be coming to an end. So you could either be taking fast action away from someone or towards someone. Then we have repo. So you could have wanted someone to be default on their payments, be financially incapable, so their assets could be repossessed. Because like I said, you could have wanted someone, where to call that? You could have wanted someone to have no finances because they wouldn't conform to having a secret affair or allowing you to have secret affairs. So you could have wanted them to get their assets repoed or repossessed. Then we have heart to heart. But now you could be wanting to have a heart to heart with this person now that you reach your boiling point in a situation and want to make peace with this person. You could be now wanting to have this heart to heart, have a deep conversation with this person over everything that happened, why it happened, or what was really going on in the situation. So you could want to have an intimate discussion and be blunt and honest with this person. And we have reading up. So you could want to have this heart to heart after doing some sort of research, reading up on this person, learning more about this person and the situation. And you could be gaining insight, and that's what's making you want to have this heart to heart conversation with this person and make peace. And then we have light bulb moment. sudden realization. So you could be having a sudden realization about this person or about this situation after doing some research or gaining some sort of insight. So you could be feeling inspired to have a heart-to-heart conversation with someone so that you can make peace with them. Any more last messages for the Aries reading? Any last messages? Oh, so we got bye, Felicia. So like I said, you could be wanting to leave someone else. You could be not caring about someone in a situation because you could have saw the red flags and be deciding to leave this situation. Take heed. You could be peacing out, saying thank you next. And then we have graduation day. So you could have graduated. You could have lived and learned through this situation. And you could be leveling up, becoming spiritually woke, learning your lessons, or you could have learned some lesson when it came to someone that you were dealing with that you had to see the red flags with and take heed to the warning signs that you were getting in order to see if you learned your lesson when it came to dealing with whoever this was that you were dealing with. So you could have acquired some sort of wisdom about the types of people you were dealing with or who in particular that you were dealing with. And then we have key player. So you could be leaving this person because you could realize that someone else is a key player, an important person to you, and you could feel like they're irreplaceable, and that's why you could be wanting to have this heart to heart and make peace with them because you realize that they're irreplaceable and you realize who you shouldn't have been dealing with. And then we have receipts. But there could be some sort of receipts about this secret affair or about what's been going on in regards to this person who's irreplaceable. So there could be some sort of evidence about you, Aries, about the part you played in something, and you could be guilty as charged. You could be guilty as charged when it comes to this secret affair, and you could be getting exposed for this. And we have kinky ways because you could have had kinky ways trying to fulfill your fantasies and fetishes. You were being sexually open and looking to explore while dealing with someone who was a key player and irreplaceable. Then we have honeymooning. So you could want to go on a honeymoon with this person. You could have love on the brain when it comes to this person, and you could be wanting to talk to this person often. But yeah, Aries, that is what I'm getting for you guys' reading. Let me see if I could get some last messages. Hold on, I ain't going to end it off like that. Let's see. Aries reading was a little confusing at first. Anymore. Up, up. So someone could be getting access to their Akashic records, or you could be getting access to your Akashic records after awakening, and you could be in regret because you chose to have a secret affair while dealing with someone who was a key player who was irreplaceable. So you could be realizing your mistakes in the situation, Aries, and you could be disappointed. You could be disappointed with yourself. You could be feeling like you missed the opportunity. Like I said, you could be mourning this person because you feel like you lost them, or you don't know if you lost them forever. So you could be mourning this person in regret, feeling remorseful, feeling like you missed out on this opportunity because you wanted to have a secret affair. And then we have breaking free. But you could be breaking free from this regret. You could be freed from bondage, mind, body, and soul. And you breaking free from this regret and these toxic habits, finally learning your lesson, leveling up, could be what you will be doing after breaking free from this bondage. You could be wanting to have this heart to heart. Any more for the Aries? Whoa. So we got Archangel Michael. So Archangel Michael may have needed to intervene. So this could have been divine intervention to protect you or someone else in a situation. I don't know if you wanted someone to be bonded to you, Aries, and Archangel Michael could have divinely intervened and sent someone else towards your way for their protection, to protect you from being in bondage with you, or they could have intervened to protect you from someone else so that you would be freed from bondage. And then we have karma. This could be good or bad. What seeds did you plant? So if you planted bad seeds, you know you're getting bad karma. If you planted good seeds, you know you're getting good karma. Then we have marriage proposal. So you could be wanting to marry someone, propose to someone, take things to the next level, have a union with them after breaking free from bondage and realizing your mistakes in a situation and changing. And then we have strength. You are going through a transformation that is requiring you to remain strong. So through this transformation of wanting to have secret affairs, always looking to explore, you could be changing and want to just be with one person, wanting to marry. My bad. My bad, y'all. The live cut off. My phone had overheated. But let me hurry up and finish this reading. So we got father's love. So like I said, if your father, you're welcome. If your father is involved in this, if your father is this emperor in the upright, this Aries energy. So if you're an Aries and you have a father that's an Aries energy, you could be getting their love, or you could be becoming a father and you could be showing your child some love. And then we have soul family. So you could be meeting your soul family, connecting with your soul family. You guys could be uplifting each other, embracing each other. And then we have anxiety. So you could be having some anxiety, worrying, fearing, trouble concentrating, because you could have love on the brain and wanting to make peace with someone, have a heart-to-heart to someone. And you could be in fear, worrying about how this is going to happen or if this is going to happen, because like I said, you cannot know if you lost this person forever or not. Excuse me. Then we have the sword of truth. So we already said that there was truth being seen in a situation. Lies were being detected. So someone could actually hold this sword of truth. They could stand for truth, tell the truth in a situation. And then we have self-love. So you could be practicing self-love right now after learning your lesson when dealing with certain people, after being protected in Archangel Michael intervening. You could be now practicing self-love, loving yourself inside out, putting yourself first. Speak life over you, positive affirmations, awakening to how beautiful you are. So like I said, you could be in this period of just trying to practice self-love. And then we have generational curse breaker. So you could be breaking all curses on your lineage by practicing self-love. And then we have crystals. So you could be someone who has crystals. You could work with crystals to help with clarity, help you gain clarity, help you with your protection, to up your protection and tap into your abilities. If you have abilities, if you are able to access your Akashic records, you could have abilities. And then we have healing journey. So you could be on this healing journey, this self-love journey. So you could be healing through this self-love that you're giving yourself. And you could be stepping into a time where your vibrations are high, and you could be headed towards abundant opportunities. And this could be a reward for you making a transition and becoming a better you. Living and learning, leveling up, graduating, learning your lessons, and acquiring wisdom. But yeah, Aries, that was your reading. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, share, and subscribe. Anybody wanting a personal or got some questions, my email is in the description box, and you can hit me up through there. But anyways, please have a good rest of the night.